Back now at 8:08, and most of us have hobbies, and some are a little on the unusual side. Well, in just a moment, we're going to talk to two women and their babies. But first, NBC's Carrie Sanders has their story. Carrie, good morning.
Well, good morning, Ann. Shh. Carly Jo is actually not making much noise. And as a parent, you know, having a quiet moment like this is cherished. Imagine having a baby that never cries, doesn't need diaper changing, you don't need to collect any money for college. Well, there are a group of women who have found a way to have all of that and have a baby. Sort of.
Becky Lombard may look like any suburban mom, driving errands with her daughter in the back seat.
Yeah.
But look a little closer at 42-year-old Becky. Actually, at her baby Annie, and therein lies a secret, one she delights in sharing with strangers, but only when they ask.
Hi! Guess what? She's a doll.
I know. They're so fun. Oh, she is a doll! Oh my goodness.
Oh, you thought she's a doll being cute?
Yes! Oh my gosh, I thought it was a really baby. It's a doll.
What do I think of this? You want my honest answer? Creepy.
Is this a little bit of a spoof? And if it isn't, are you a little weird?
I don't think it's a spoof, no.
So are you odd?
No. I don't think I'm odd. I just think this is a hobby.
A hobby, as it turns out, that is not just Becky's passion.
We're not for sale, we're for adoption. I'm really not a crazy lady, I promise you.
In New Braunfels, Texas recently,
Oh, jeez.
several hundred hobbyists just like Becky showed up to buy and trade dolls. And the hottest item these days, what they call reborns. Dolls that look absolutely, positively real.
This one looks sort of like me when I was a little kid.
Yep.
It's where we met Dory and Gary Gillum.
Hard to let go of your baby.
Now, before you assume the Gillums are a childless couple in search of something they never had, meet the happy Gillum family. 3 kids, 4 grandkids.
You're holding that doll like it's a real child.
Holding babies is just so soothing. It's a stress reliever. I guess guys don't get it.
I don't know how much dealings that you have with women, but I don't think any man understands them anyway. So for me not understanding the dolls, that's just one of many things we don't understand about women.
Mars, Venus.
Mars, Venus, that's it.
Reborn dolls is not just an American obsession.
Each one is created by hand to look exactly like the real thing.
The esteemed BBC produced an entire documentary on the fake baby phenomenon in England.
It's really nice to be able to come home and I give him a little hug and I pat his little bottom.
Following the painstaking process from creation
I love doing it. The end result is something very special.
to birth.
It is about the beauty and the joy of a young child.
Okay.
Back in Texas,
Action.
Becky and her 2 sons regularly produce reborn YouTube videos.
I know this is a doll. This is not a baby, you know.
Reborn dolls.
Oh, gosh.
Who could have guessed this baby boom?
And so Carly Jo is here, and I gotta say, the one thing that I did notice is when you put the fake baby, the reborn doll, next to a real baby, if they're quiet, you really cannot tell the difference. Although I think that those fake babies, Ann, might also have another purpose for folks who have to drive in those HOV lanes and want to somehow skirt the law.
Carrie Sanders, that would be useful. Thank you so much. Well, Becky Lombard is here alongside with her fellow reborn doll collector, Karen Duden. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
So, you know, they look so lifelike. How many do you have, Karen?
I have 28.
And how many do you have, Becky?
I have 10.
You have 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what made you want to have these dolls, Becky?
They first came out about because I could have more children, and but I found it by accident on eBay, and I found one, and I got for Christmas, and it's like Christmas morning was awesome. It's like waking up and like. It's great. And what happened was I collected one, and then I started finding more and more and started collecting that way.
But what makes you want to collect them and also to take care of them, Karen, as if that they were a real baby?
Well, you know that they're not real, but they look real. And after your children grow up, you know that you can have something to hold and cuddle and love when you want to and not take care of them. And it's a comfort. It's just looking at them and, you know, taking care of them when you want to. And it brings joy to other people also.
When you say it's a comfort, it sounds as though it really talks about the power of a mother's mothering instinct is what you're alluding to. So, so is it therapeutic in some way, Karen? And if so, what is it giving you therapy for? What's the emotion?
The fact that I love babies, and it's just the holding of a baby, and it's just when I look into their faces, it's like looking at a real baby. It's just that comfort of holding. You know, like my sons are a little bit older, so it's like having another baby in the house.
You know, you mentioned, Karen, you have, I think, 28. You said how much has this cost you, and why is it worth the money to you?
It's cost quite a bit, but my husband made a nursery, and I have toddlers, preemies, 9-month-olds, newborns. I have a crib, bassinet, and it's a whole complete nursery.
So
it's just a room set for them.
Well, they are remarkably lifelike. It's pretty phenomenal how close to real they look here in person. Becky Lombard and Karen Duden, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you.